Hi everyone, it's Kristin and Nasya from the Maisons Partners, and today we're here to talk to you about Fsbo.
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 So if you're not in the real estate industry, you're probably not going to know what that acronym means, but
That's okay.
Fsbo, right? That's okay. Fsbo is an acronym for sale by owner. And it obviously means when an owner sells a house without an agent representing them. So there are pros and cons to this strategy, and we're going to explain today a little bit about our completely unbiased way. So just the facts about Fsbos, and if you were going to decide to go this route, some things that you just need to keep in mind. And the first and most obvious pro is the cost savings.
Right. So when selling a home with an agent, you can typically expect to pay between 5 to 6, 7% in commission, 3% to the listing agent, 3% to the buyer's agent. But when you sell Fsbo, you'll only be responsible for the buyer's agent commission, assuming you're selling to someone who is represented by an agent. This can significantly reduce what you owe in commissions come closing time. Another pro is that you'll have complete control over the sale. Essentially, the buck starts and stops with you.
So you'll have total control over the listing price, what improvements you make, and who you want to show the home to. And now, to be honest, for pros, that's a pretty short list. So most sellers just want to save money when selling this way. And we understand that completely when you want to sell on your own. And in fact, they want to control every aspect of the process, and that can be seen as a bonus in the beginning, but not as much as when the process unfolds. And we could tell you that from our experience
as professionals.
Yes. So let's talk about some cons. The first and most obvious con, obviously, is the lack of a pricing strategy.
Yes. So because public access to market data is limited, homeowners have no clear way of knowing which homes are or aren't selling. And because closing prices are not required to be publicly disclosed, there's no precise way to compare one home value to another. If you underprice your home, you could be losing more than the commission you'd pay to real estate agents who represent you. So if you overprice, it just won't sell, or it'll sit on the market for a long time.
And another con is the lack of real estate knowledge. I mean, obviously, we are professionals. This is what we do for a living. In any given real estate transaction, and we can tell you this over and over and over again, there can be upwards of 200 plus steps in the process. And all along the way, there are legal terms, acronyms, and other types of jargon that can be very overwhelming. I mean, the process can be overwhelming, period. And especially for inexperienced sellers. So escrow, contingencies, title, attorney, you'll need to know all of that.
And I think that access to so much information on the internet kind of gives people a false sense of, like,
that's right,
they know everything, that they can find information.
Right. But the biggest thing is you're dealing with a legal transaction, and a large legal transaction.
Yes.
And if you miss a step or you forget a step on a legal document, it can cost you thousands.
Mm-hmm. Tens of thousands sometimes. And finally, our last con on this list is the complete control you'll have. So I know we listed that as a pro above, but most sellers come to realize that it's actually a con after they start. You're responsible for every single step of the process, and it takes a serious amount of time. Most people come to realize that the list of to-dos is dizzyingly long, and it can almost feel like a full-time job once they get into it. And that's because it is.
There you go. Yeah. Real estate transactions deal with huge sums of money, and they often can be messy, challenging, complicated. I've been doing real estate for a while now, and I can promise you that selling your house is indeed a full-time job. Yeah. So if you're up to the task, more power to you, because it does work in certain circumstances. And we are not against Fsbos whatsoever. There are definitely a place for them in the real estate market, and for savvy sellers, it can definitely be an advantage in certain situations if you do need to sell pretty quickly and you don't have a lot of resources. So, but for the most part, a lot of people need to rely on a realtor that's a professional in order to help alleviate a lot of the time that will be spent.
Just arranging showings for people to see your house can be overwhelming for a lot of people.
Exactly. So if you'd like any kind of help with selling your home, pricing strategy, and also some tips on as part of your strategy from us as well, about how you can sell your home in a seller's market and still get a home and still be able to buy a home, let us know. You can contact us on Facebook and YouTube, IG. We're everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Carrier pigeon, just
you love the carrier pigeon part.
I don't know. I love skywriting then.
Right,
skywriting, exactly. Give us a call, direct messages, hop in those DMs. We'll be there. and let's chat about your home value.
Yes, just the home value though.
Oh, Nasya, did we give people the contact information?
There
you go.
Oh, there you go.
We're so busy talking.
Exactly.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us. Please, if you want to make sure you stay on top of the real estate market, contact us, but also make sure that you follow this channel.
Subscribe. Yes. Turn on notifications. Yes, all of that.
And we will talk to you next time.